Here's a little light of mine that I would never dare to find if you and I didn't collide.
All I wanna do is say
you've taken me by surprise. You brought me back to life. You didn't even have to try.
All I wanna do is say
yeah, I'm flying away to the birds in LA and I won't be back. But I promise to you that the miles in between us will never change. The nights we stayed up and felt our pain, turning to love a million days. Wouldn't be enough, so I can't stay.
all I wanna do is say
time I say goodbye, missing you's hard to hide, but baby it's worth the price.
all I wanna do is say.
Yo guys, welcome back to Team Assassination. How's that doing today? Welcome to another Arena Valor video featuring Tulen. This mage has recently arrived in North American server about like a week, for about a week. It's been out in EU server and other servers for quite a while, and there's a reason why this mage is one of the strongest mage in the current meta. Doesn't matter which version you're playing on, right? Including like the best, like the earliest meta or the most advanced, you would say, in Arena Valor is Taiwan, right? And you will see them playing picking Tulen over and over again, if not the first two picks, right? So we're gonna talk about how to play and how to counter Tulen. While we're watching this gameplay right here, because we can talk about like the power spike of this hero, and then also I'm gonna show you guys the build that personally that I like a lot. I think this hero is very much like L'Oreal, which is not really out yet in unrated server, but because the in-your-face nature of this hero, you gotta play him, you gotta play him kind of carefully, because you have to be in your face with the second ability and the first ability in order to do the most amount of damage. Over here, they had 3 people like jumping onto me wherever I am. But luckily, I'm Tulen, so I was able to have a dash and quickly get some distance. Over there, what I could have done though was actually use Endure to endure the damage, the stun from the Timmy there. Because if I endure the stun from Timmy, I'm able to actually not take any damage and maybe turn around and do a lot more, because I was almost leveled, I was already cleaning the wave. I needed like one more charge over there, right? But when you start off, I recommend getting Tulen's second ability first, because then right away after the game starts, because we're talking about how to play Tulen part, by the way. You can, this way when you get to lane, once the wave crash, you can have 3 charges of your second ability, which means you can instantly clean the wave. Just use it like 3 times, right? But make sure because your second ability does damage, start a jump and end the jump. So make sure you use it on top of the minion wave, right? Actually walk on top of the minion wave and use your jump. And make sure you jump also in the middle of the minion wave as well, so you can get 2 charges. And this way, if you do 3 of them, you can actually proc your passive, and you'll be able to do a lot of damage over here, okay? Over here, we spotted the enemy jungler going bottom, so we instantly come bottom to help out. And then, sure enough, we are able to proc our passive and then catch us, we're unfortunate, Preda. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to, kill him right away, but luckily, as you can see, I was always on his face and then proccing the passive. And just because I was able to do that, I got enough stacks from my passive to proc the passive. What? English. And sure enough, we'll be able to get a kill with the passive, right? So, in this game, I'm actually gonna get Gilded Greave as my jungle item, because as Tulen, one thing that I do not like is getting crowd controlled, right? I do, because I'm always in your face, like I said, so you have to make sure that you're not getting crowd control that much. So getting, especially when they have a teammate, one of the strongest support in the game right now was that 2-second CD. Getting Guild of Greed is essential. It's really, really good, okay? And over here, I know that enemy jungler actually or enemy mid lane is probably gonna go check the dragon. I walked up, and knowing that Preda actually flickered away, I jumped second ability, jump forward, using my ultimate because we're able to chunk him with our first and second. This is the power, right? Tulen is one of those assassin kind of mage where you really have to not show your position, right? As you can see, I was waiting in the bush and waiting for him to show up, and the moment that this character actually showed up, Preda showed up, he just died, right? So it's very, very good. Over here though, again, I'm just hiding in the bush, but then the one thing about Tulen is when you're in the bush, have your passive ready, it's actually going to proc when you have enemy hero, right? So here it's super close. I was almost going to steal the red, but I didn't do it successfully. Once again, I'm always looking for the bush, the proper bush to hide. You know, decided that our team needed a little bit of help for cleaning the dragon real fast, so I came over here. And the Quicknack tried to come here and steal, but too bad for him, it's not going to be possible. So we actually came top, helped clean the wave before we turn back to mid. You know, with this mage, you always want to be roaming with a team because you're an assassin kind of a mage. You always want to have a perfect position, you know, for enemy team to walk in the bush and engage, right? And over here, obviously, our support just died. And interestingly, my ultimate I want to use on freaking Quicknack, but somehow it jumped. It didn't go on Quicknack. I mean, it went on enemy Omar. Not only that, but luckily the Quicknack did block it, so he ended up dying, dying from the ultimate. But I didn't get a reset because I didn't target the Quicknack. So over here, I just walked up to have him take the initial burst from my passive. Because your passive, the consecutive hit doesn't do as much damage as the first hit. The first hit does like a burst amount of damage, right? So that's why I just walked out, take some tower damage, completely fine, and then clean the wave really, really fast once again, right? Afterwards, at this point of the game, you can actually come to jungle and wave clear jungle, right? If you have a jungler like Lubu jungler, for example, you might ask him to give you the blue buff, even starting off, right? Because he didn't need blue. But Tulen with blue buff is actually just insanely good because of 20% cooldown reduction. Over here, I spot our team fighting on the bottom side. I instantly come over here, you can see. Very important that I do that, but they're still trying to kill this Preda. I just want to take the tower down, and sure enough, we're able to get it. And as you can see, luckily for us, Wonder Woman landed the hook. You know, not a hook, like a lasso, a successful lasso, and he got it. And right afterwards, I'm actually going to invade enemy jungle, right? With Tulen, your jungle clear is absolutely insane. There's actually a meta where they send Tulen jungle. Now, I play Tulen jungle for fun, but then like on obviously diamond level ranked gameplay, especially this is NA season reset, right? So all the diamond ranked are actually master and conqueror from last season. So I do not want to do that. Just do something meta. Do something more meta, right? Over here, I told a bunny, I told our slims that I'm gonna take your blue because you died. Obviously, even if you don't die, I'm still gonna take your blue, right? Because you don't need the blue anymore at this point. And you can see I'm always on the face, like in this blue buff's face, just doing that over and over again to proc my passive. And that's something you always want to do with Tulen. Alright, if you are just standing far and use your first ability to proc your passive, you're not playing Tulen properly. So, and one thing said, oh Dave, if I go into your face, I might die. Well, that's because your item build, right? Also, like when you engage. So over here, I spotted enemy team doing the dragon, and then I quickly rallied our team over here. And me is still hiding in bush because I do not want to give enemy team any information about where my whereabouts are. So here I see this big bug walking forward. Unfortunately, the second ability actually did not hit because the second ability jump distance is actually quite short. So as you can see, it did not hit. And I was expecting Mina to hook me over here. So after the little bug over here, I was turning into Endure, but I got pushed back from Preda's second ability there, and the Endure actually activated right after the pushback. It was something that they need to fix, right? But then it's not fixed yet, so I can see I instantly popped Endure. But my intention was to dodge Mina's hook because I thought I saw his position. He had the intention to do it. So over here, I'm gonna walk up, and I wanted to wait in this bush. Unfortunately, they just came a little bit too close, and they saw and actually revealed my position. Bunny is gonna die bottom me over here because he was a little bit out of position. But again, knowing that the jungle is bottom, opened up the opportunity for us to take top, right? here we actually again get sucked in by Mina, which I don't want to, and use our one more first ability. Actually, you know, sniped this Mina and then got a kill over here, right? So right afterwards, go back to wave, go back to your lane. Your wave management is really important, right? Don't lose the lane just to team fight, you know, especially pointless team fights, right? Especially when you have cannon minion, which is after 5:40 in your game time. That's when cannon minion respawn. And over here, I told Slim that I'm gonna take this blue, and then you can see that Slim is more than happy to. Now he's actually reluctant to give me the blue, but you know, I told him, yeah, just let me take it. So he agreed. Shout out to Galaxy Lalu, right? So afterwards, gonna come back to mid. As you can see my position, right? I'm very far ahead. I'm really like far in the front. And then knowing this guy is gonna respawn, I instantly use my jump forward, I use my ultimate, quickly got another kill, and reset ultimate cooldown. And this guy pushed the bottom tower, but somehow this Scud did not even chase him, so we actually missed the kill onto the enemy Morin, which is like completely, you know, I'm lost, right? We could have cut him off really easily and clean the wave. The tower is already gone. Like, what do you expect to do? Like, you know, go to the wave, right? Don't go to the wave in that situation. Actually, go kill the person who was cutting the wave, right? So I'm just roaming with a jungler at this point to clean the wave. Okay, that's more important because our next objective is actually Dark Slayer. Setting up in front of Dark Slayer is more important. So over here, again, I'm just hiding the bush. I do want to reveal my position. It's more important for me. I see Predator charging, so just step back a little bit and still wait in bush because I do not want to give the team any information about where I am, right? So sure enough, seeing a wave over here, I'm trying to see if Predator gonna step forward, but it doesn't seem like he's interested. So what we're gonna do is just go ahead and clean this wave because wave clear is very important. Seeing bottom has a fight over there, I instantly come over and I called to the team that the Predator is coming. So, but they didn't listen apparently. And then when I showed up, it was just a freaking fiesta. Everybody's already kind of died. And then somehow, if you notice there, like my ultimate didn't do any damage to that Morin for some reason, right? Obviously, Slim's used the spear, gonna survive, but then Timmy used the flicker with the hook, and he still died, right? So I'm actually hiding this bush right here because I was gonna go home, you know, but still, like I saw some Morin just completely out of position here. Sure enough, come in with second ability, and Morin just died. Right, and then afterwards, because of that, we actually get a little bit of regen, and then I saw this teammate coming over, so it's just again just another free kill, right? With a passive proc, he died. He has ultimate, but it's not gonna be enough to save him because I can use it again. And with my passive's help, as you can see, the burst from the first hit is just absolutely insane, right? That's what you want. That's why like sniping people from the bush on Tulen is so important. Now, how do you fight Tulen? You do not jump in his face, okay? Now, with that being said, is you either burst him down instantly with like a CC from your support, ask for your support to burst him down, or you just don't. You know, you just don't go forward at all. Like you wait for him to go jump forward. He waits his jump first before you go ahead and, you know, actually use your kit on him. So I over here, I'm trying to use this minion to bait Morin. Morin didn't come, so I have to go bottom lane. Quickly clean this cannon minion because cannon minion is the most important thing. After cannon minion, they don't really have anything else, right? Sim's gonna die here once again, but I'm gonna steal their blue buff. Again, it's very important for me to deny their jungle, and I can do it really fast and efficient. So again, I'm always in the bush waiting, right? I see Timmy coming over, but again, she didn't know that I'm in here, but he does have a stun ready, which was unintentional, but you know, it hit me. So I did not leave the red buff, so save the red buff for my team here. As you can see, I use my endure just in time before the quick next jump, so I dodge the initial burst damage and come back with my ultimate ready, got a kill, and come back with the second ability, get another kill on Morin. Right now, it's just a cleaning fiesta, right? So this Predator is gonna have nowhere to run, end up dying as well. Mina, however, is kind of hard to chase, you know, but we're gonna do our best, especially with the hook from Wonder Woman. Mina is surely gonna fall as well. So at this point, I have 9 kills. I'm really far ahead, and go back to what we're talking about. Is how to counter Tulen, right? You don't want to face check a bush, especially you're another mage. Let's say you are like a rat or something. If you walk into the bush, or if you're like especially you're like a late game mage, for example, a Kali. If you're like Vera, if you have the guts to walk into the bush, to face check the bush, you're done. You're pretty much done. Like he will just first second ability while you come in, your second ability boom, like later, dude. So over here, obviously I try to save my teammates slims because we're overextended. I told them to come back. They do not. They think they can end, and then he just become a feeding shell, right? So right after, I'm actually gonna get Hikata's Diadem. I forgot to finish my Upper MAGE, right? Upper MAGE. So at this point, it was too late to get it because it's gonna take another 5 minutes for the item to be effective, and it's already way late. So I just decided not to get it anymore, right? So knowing enemy team are doing the Dark Slayer, say to Scott for Pride and Vision here, he's actually thinking about, you know, jumping in right here, but they actually picked up Preda fairly easily. Now with only one person tanking, they're still able to get the Dark Slayer, but they have one person died already, and Slims has nowhere to run, because once Quick Knacks start flying and you're like, you have no peel, you're pretty much done for, right? And this Scott trying to survive for as long as he could, and then, you know, he wasn't able to, but he got him super low. At the same time, our top lane, you know, is pushing. Actually, Omar solo killed the freaking Morin for some reason. You know, very impressive. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and just clean this wave. You know, they do have Dark Slayer buff, but they lost all the wave and they lost 2 kills. I lost two heads, so they basically wasted Dark Slayer buff. It's pointless, right? What they have. Right afterwards, we're gonna go ahead and clean out our jungle to extend the lead, extend the farm a little bit. My last item is actually gonna be again Hikata's Diadem at this point, right? To increase, that's when I burst just absolutely you know, goes insane. So I got Hikata's Diadem and then go back to blue, right? I just hope you guys understand the power of this hero. But at the same time, is this hero strong always? I don't think so, right? I don't think so. Like, especially when if you play him incorrectly, especially you try to like just jump in, use your first ability over and over again. I think this hero is more of a peeling kind of mage than like or an assassin kind of mage. In the sense, you have to hide in the bush. You cannot let people know where you are and expect to jump in, because at that point you will just lose the fight. You know, like guaranteed, right? So, no enemy team have 5 men coming over here. I decided to hide in the bush to get more information on where enemy team are. Slims landed a wonderful stun on Mina, so we come over here and quickly pick him up. Without him able to do anything, Preda got hooked, and Preda ended up dying as well. So that's easy clean up by our team, and we know Mina's coming back from the dead. So sure enough, one more ultimate, and Mina's dead, right? At this point, my burst is too strong, and he had a little bit of HP. Our team was still chasing for some reason. They're trying to cut the tower down. Without a wave being there. I personally do not like that, because the wave is coming and they have 3 dead. It's not like they're coming back to life. And sure enough, because of what they did, Slims ended up dying. And then this block is gonna come back to life because of the, ancestral glory. And then I'm gonna use one more ultimate to get the kill onto the Quick Neck. So now only Morin is still alive. There's nothing he can do, right? As you can see, the burst I have is just absolutely insane. Every time the first passive proc, it just does too much damage. With one more ultimate, sure enough, he's dead, right? Magic Pierce is really strong on this hero, so make sure that's something you consider. But at the same time, run the Aegis. I personally like the Aegis. It's something that you're not interested in. You like something more tankier, give you more HP. That's up to you, but it's my personal favorite, right? So with that, guys, let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this? How to play and counter Tulen. Obviously, we didn't go too much into how to counter him, because there's not too much counter besides the fact don't face check the bush, with your carry. Check the bush with your support or something, with the CC ready, right? Don't check the bush with your carry, because then you would just get instantly bursted down and you don't even know how you died. So with that, guys, make sure to hit like and subscribe, turn notification bell on to get daily update information from Team Assassination. This is Assassin Dave signing out. See you guys next time. Bye now.